Thank you very much for joining me for this read. I wanted to take a minute just to thank you guys. Thank you for all your wonderful likes, your subscribes, and the comments too. I absolutely love reading all your guys' comments. Thank you guys so much. You're absolutely awesome. Let's go ahead and get started. So I want to use the letters and the number cards again. I feel like it just sort of makes it a little bit more personal, sort of helps you to know if these messages are meant for you. So we're going to grab some here. So make sure you pay close attention. These might represent a birthday. They might represent sort of a date. These could even be a phone number or an address too. Let's see what we got. 19, 8, 4, and 9. I want to grab a couple more numbers. So we'll grab a couple more and then we'll grab some letters to go with them. I had 2 that pop forward to 13 and 18. So these might be significant to you for any reason. You're going to know that this message is more geared towards you, that this is going to be more personal. Let's get some letters too to go with it. So Tarot, can you bring some of these forward? Tarot was thinking about that one real hard. Let's see, we have M, E. We'll go to the edge here. M, E, O, B. Interesting. And we'll grab a couple more. Y and P. So if these letters have special meaning for you, they might be an initial. They might even spell something. I do see the word boy in there. I also see me. Interesting. So I'll let you guys take a good look at those. See if they have meaning to you. You're going to know they're just going to make sense. And we're going to grab some oracle cards and get started for this read and see what message comes forward. Great big love. Close encounters. I'll tell you, I already feeling close encounters. We're going to be talking about a relationship that did come to an end. I do feel like this is something that someone is healing from. I feel like somebody sort of put their heart and their soul into this relationship, but only one side. I feel it was very one-sided. I also feel this sense of being grateful. This is going to sound really odd, but being grateful that it didn't work out. It's like whoever this was, who is this other half who did not put in the effort, it was like somebody who was just taking up space where they didn't belong. It's like somebody who couldn't give someone the grand symphony that they were wanting, the life that they were trying to build, seeing beyond. I also have this distinct impression of like knowing that this person was, I feel like they were no good. I feel like they were, not that they're a horrible, terrible person, but they were toxic. Something about them was quite toxic too. And it's like sort of this knowing that this relationship wasn't going to give someone what they needed. But I feel like that knowing lasted a little while. So I do feel like somebody, it's like their intuition told them what they needed to do, but it didn't line up with what they wanted to do. So I do feel like it took a bit of time to really recognize it for what it was and to be able to accept it and to trust their intuition fully and move forward. I'm trying to see. Beyond the ordinary. I'm also going to tell you this too. What this represents, the uncharted sea, this is like something new. This is something different. This is something you've never done before. This might even be just the new chapter of your life and sort of perhaps not used to doing things by yourself. Maybe you've most of the time through your life, you've had a partner to build with. And so this might be a little bit new, but I feel like whatever this newness is actually something that leads you to this beyond the ordinary. It leads you to like enjoying everyday life, because whoever this was, and I kept feeling that like that toxic energy, I feel like it sort of left a cloud hanging over you on a daily basis. And I do feel like this release of that. So yes, there is sadness that this no longer exists in your life. This partnership doesn't exist anymore. But I also feel like within that, we don't have like the day-to-day negativity that this person brought into our world. Willing release. I do feel like this is a time of healing for somebody. And I feel like it is recognizing that we're not having that negative energy in our life anymore, and sort of starting to see the positivity around us. So starting to be able to have that chance to stop and smell the roses, to do things that we enjoy doing without somebody nattering at us, to sort of just enjoy peace and calm and quiet. This is the distinct impression that I'm getting from these cards. The storyteller card, it also can represent sort of the story of our lives, and that our lives are full of chapters, they're full of endings, they're full of new beginnings. So it's like when something comes to an end, it's not the end of our story. It's just the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new one. And I do feel a beginning of a new chapter here. I feel a lot of positivity in the cards that speak to this new future. And I feel like putting things in perspective too. Like this time that you're having by yourself to sort of like build, to decompress, to sort of do as you please and do for you without anybody else there sort of chattering in your ear or giving their opinion. I feel a level of freedom in it, and I feel like it's giving a new perspective on what you walked away from. And I do feel like that's also part of this healing process, and being able to let go of that and recognize that what it wasn't what you hoped it would be. It wasn't something that was sort of going to bring you the level of happiness and partnership that you were wanting. We had one go sideways. This one needs to come out, and it's grabbing another one with it. Let's see, progress. Yeah, I do feel progress. I do feel somebody's coming into balance. Somebody's finding that for themselves. It is part of this healing process. It is part of being able to look at things in a new light, and then being able to let go of the past, recognizing the past wasn't giving us what we needed. Completion, 10 of Cups. It's like this storyteller again. It's just one chapter ending so a new one can begin. And this healing is starting to help this really complete, because it takes time to heal our heart. You know, it takes time when our emotions are involved. It takes time to sort of sort through them, to feel them, to process them, and then to have this willing release and to be able to let go and move forward. Chaos. Because I do feel like this person they did bring negativity into your life. I do feel like chaos was part of it. There may have been a lot of arguing. I feel opinionated. And that's why I was feeling sort of this freedom, and I kept getting those words like nobody's nattering at you kind of thing. So I feel like this person might have had maybe even a control issue, or they just like really big opinions all the time that they felt were always right, and like you really had to hear them. And even if you didn't want to, it's like it's free to not have to listen to somebody's crap all the time. You know, it's just having your space to do what you need. Action. And I do feel that in this bravery too, this strength card is like you are gaining inner strength by going through this process. You're gaining inner strength by finding this new perspective, because I feel like at first, obviously emotions were really heavy. And there was like this sense of loss and this sense of grief and this sense of sort of like the unknown moving forward into the future. And I'm sort of not used to doing things sort of on my own or living on my own or being sort of just comfortable with being by myself. I'm used to having a partner kind of thing. And now it's like understanding that it actually brings a level of freedom. This new independence and not having somebody around, being able to take whatever actions you want to take whenever you want to take them, having nobody else to answer to but yourself. Empathy. That Queen of Cups too is all about emotions, and I do feel in her this processing emotions, this finding strength within yourself with these emotions as well, and sort of that being able to release everything, being able to release those emotions. 7 of Cups. And I know it says delusion on it. It sounds so mean. What I see is being able to see something for what it was. And that is part of your healing process. And it's not that it was a delusion. It's just that you're gaining a new perspective and being able to see it not through an emotional filter, but kind of like for facts. Being able to see the facts of what it was. Because your emotions are starting to heal and release. Then you can like really get a clarity on what it is. 2 of Swords. Yeah, and I feel that too with this crossroads. It was like this, whoever this person was, and I do feel like they are represented by this King of Wands. It's like, is this person going to give me what I want in life? Is this person going to be able to change, in a way that they need to change so that I can be happy? Or is it like I just keep feeling like my way or the highway? Like this is how this person was, like my way or the highway. You have to hear my opinions. I got something to say on fucking everything. And it was like whatever you did, they always had something to say about it. And I feel that in this Five of Swords, it says revenge, but I don't feel a revenge. I just feel like this person always had to say shit about shit. There was always some sort of a consequence for everything you did, everything you said, always having to sort of like walk on eggshells almost. I don't want to say being afraid that they were going to find out, but just like cringing about what they were going to say about it, and that you have to sit through another fucking lecture or another spiel or another rant. It was just like, holy fuck, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. Even in this world card talks about sort of like completion, right? It was like, that's not what I want to do anymore. That's not what I want in my life. It's like, I want something more. I want peace. I feel like inner peace. Yeah, there's that Four of Pentacles. This person was too much about control and not able to sort of change their vision, not able to change their perspective on life and what a relationship should be, that it should be like an even give and take. This relationship was not going to grow, and not because you didn't try, but because they're at a state in their point in their universal life journey where they just can't see change. They're not capable of sort of stepping back and looking within themselves at what they're doing to contribute to any situation. This person is just in that state of, I'm right, I'm always right, which makes everybody else wrong. And there's like no give. I feel like there's no give in any way, shape, or form. And so it's like it couldn't grow. It couldn't blossom into anything else because the other side of the relationship, that other person, our King of Wands, would not put in the work to grow. I feel like you see that now too. I do feel like that. I also feel like you have gained skills during this time of making choices for yourself, more empowering choices, and moving away from this relationship, having the bravery and the courage to step out of that and step into something that was sort of like the unknown, right? That uncharted sea, being by yourself, doing it by yourself. But I also feel like within this time of solitude, like the Hermit card, you are gaining skills as well. So you're gaining new perspectives. You're learning how to look at things from a different angle. You're finding more confidence in yourself and in the choices that you make. I do feel that self-confidence, like your solar plexus chakra is coming into balance, because this King of Wands would not let your solar plexus chakra balance out. That's your self-esteem, that's your self-worth, that's that self-empowerment, because they were always undermining everything you did and nattering at you. And now that you don't have that, this is your chance to find that balance and to be brave within yourself. Speed. I also feel like in this Eight of Wands, Speed, I feel change. I feel change of perspective, change of the way that you're going through life, change of the way that you're looking at life. Knight of Pentacles. I feel like it also changes the way that you look at relationships and what you're looking for in a partner. And sort of being able to define that in yourself, wanting somebody who you can trust, somebody who's in it for the long haul, somebody who's willing to grow and change with you, somebody who you can teach about you and they can teach about you, like that even give and take, right? Somebody who's emotionally supportive, who doesn't sort of shit on every decision that you make and make you question yourself. It's somebody who will build you up instead of tear you down. Right? That is that even give and take. And that's what you feel partners should do. And you've experienced the flip side of that. So I feel like you have this deep understanding of like a red flag if that started happening again. I also feel like you are defining in your mind those very important qualities that you want in somebody in your life. And like, you're not going to settle for less than that because you've done it before and it felt like shit. So you're taking sort of more control over that part of your life and how that is going to go. Heartbreak. But also in the Three of Swords is representing separation, which is what you're doing. You are separating yourself from that heartbreak from the past. You are separating yourself from all the negative emotions that went with it and just opening up to the future, to moving forward, to happiness, finding balance and independence. Even in this guidance, I feel like intuition, because I was feeling that with that third eye, and like something was telling you this isn't right, this isn't going to work out the way that you wanted it to, but it's like what you wanted and what you needed were two different things, like your third eye was telling you you need to do this, but it wasn't what you wanted. So I feel like you sort of suppressed that for a while, hoping that this thing would turn into what you wanted before you recognize that. I feel like now you are more apt to listen to your third eye. As soon as you're getting that message of your intuition, you're like, Kate, I'm going to listen to you. You were right last time and I should have listened to you sooner, and now I'm going to listen to you. I feel like as you do that, you're growing these skills as well. You're growing this confidence in the choices that you make. You're growing your intuition. It's getting stronger as well. I'm going to grab a couple more here. 9 of Wands. Movement. And it's funny, in that 9 of Wands, it says fear, I feel like diminishing, fading away. This is part of this uncharted sea. This is part of sort of doing things by yourself and sort of embracing this new way of being that I feel like you were probably afraid to do for a while, or like it was sort of the unknown that maybe gave you the heebie-jeebies or some doubts. I feel like as you're experiencing these things, this being by yourself, this new level of independence, you're realizing that there was nothing to be afraid of. So I feel like all those fears are dissipating. Every time you overcome an obstacle by yourself, your self-esteem grows, your self-confidence grows, your fears fade, your doubts diminish, right? It's like, that's how everything's coming back into balance, because that negative side was way up here and the positive side was way down here. And now we're doing this. Now we're bringing the scales back into balance, right? And that is that movement forward. Every step you take forward, it grows your confidence. It grows who you are as a person. As leaving this person in the dust is like the best thing that you could have done for yourself, for growing, for building a new future. Charisma. I also feel like when the time is right, you are going to attract the right partner. I feel like you attract people already, but you may not be ready for love, and that's okay. You might be sort of embracing this time by yourself and feel like I need some more of this solitude right now. People are noticing you though. As you grow, as you change and become more confident, more and more people are going to notice you. And I do feel like it will bring in the right person, but you're not ready to repeat the past yet. I see that in the 6 of Cups. You're really enjoying this time of self-growth and looking after yourself. And I keep feeling that nobody nagging at you, like nobody nagging, nobody nattering, and not having to be with anybody else's garbage. This is a time for you to do your shadow work, to release all that negativity and to build yourself up. I feel that very distinctly in the cards. I want to grab a few more because I don't feel like we're quite done yet with these cards. We'll see what comes forward here. Recuperation. Yeah, you're not done with your time of healing. You want to build up some personal wealth before you bring somebody new in. That's part of what this is your personal wealth for yourself, your self-esteem, your self-confidence, being comfortable in your own skin. I also feel like building a life that's suited to you. So this is like just day-to-day how you live your life, your routine, how you decorate your home, having a space, your own personal space, doing things your own way, which is something you couldn't do with this other person because they were like my way or the highway. So it like squashed a lot of your self-expression. I feel like now is the time to bring that out. This is part of your healing. This is part of you finding yourself and your self-confidence. And it's something you're not done with yet. It's something that you're still embracing. So you're not ready to sort of have somebody else come into this because you're still happy just being you and having your personal space. That's absolutely beautiful. We're going to grab 7 of Wands, resilience. Definitely. This shit is not going to break you. Other people can't break you. This person from the past, they can't break you with their crazy shit. They might have tried to keep you under their thumb, try to control you, try to squash you, try and mold you into what they thought that you should be. But they couldn't do it because you were stronger than that. And you weren't going to let that shit happen. And that's why we're doing this, like leaving them in the dust and just moving on and moving forward, not looking back, like ripping off that rear view mirror. We don't need to look back because we have forward, and forward is absolutely beautiful. And I just see it keep getting better and better. And when you are ready, I feel like you will attract exactly who you want to attract. You will attract somebody who will respect you and appreciate you and love you because those are the standards you're setting for yourself. I feel like this establishing myself, establishing my circle, establishing how I expect people to treat me if they want to come into my circle, your boundaries. And within doing that, that's how you're going to get what you want in the future when you're ready. Like I said, right now, I just feel in these cards, it's all about you. You just want to look after you right now. You want to do what's right for you and you want to build yourself up. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. I do want to pull an energy card. I'm getting pulled to my crystal deck. So we're going to grab one of these guys, and I had one pop up immediately. Embrace change. And that is what you're doing. You are embracing change. You're embracing this new chapter. And as you move forward in it, like I said, the fears are melting away. This was nothing to be afraid of. Being by myself is freeing. Being by myself feels good. Being able to do what I need to do and not answer to anybody else's crap. It's like it brings this level of power and empowerment that you haven't felt before, at least not when you were with this person. This person just tried to tear you down, but I feel like you are just building yourself up and up and up, and I do see a positive future within these cards. I see beautiful things coming your way because you attract them with all of the work that you're doing. This is the groundwork for an abundant harvest in your life. Alrighty guys, I hope that you enjoyed that read. If you did, please hit like, subscribe. It definitely helps the channel out. Have a great day, everyone.